Welcome back everybody to Super Junior Crypto. My name is Anuj. The cryptocurrency market is getting drained right now and we are literally watching a sea of red. In today's video, I want to talk about what this means if you are a crypto holder. Let's get it. So, let's focus on what this means to the crypto investors. As of this weekend, the crypto market has just ended extreme fear for the first time in months. Now, what this means and how can we use this as investors in the crypto market? Why measure fear and greed? Why measure sentiment in the market? Well, the crypto market behavior is very emotional, meaning that crypto investors often act very emotionally. People often tend to get greedy when the market is risking, which results in firm fear of missing out. Also, people often sell their coins in an irrational reaction of seeing red numbers. With our fear and greed index, we try and save you from your own emotional overreactions. So, do you get what they are saying here? They are saying when the market is close to the top, that when people get greedy, when really that's when you should be taking profits, and when market are closer to bottom on. The way down, that's when people get scared and they start selling. That's how you go broke. In reality, what smart investors do? In fact, this is what Warren Buffett says all the time. Be greedy when others are fearful. Be fearful when others are greedy, meaning. That's when you should buy when the market's on the way down. And that's when you should sell when everybody is greedy as the markets are going up. Extreme fear, like right now, can be sign that investors are too worried. This could be a buying opportunity. When investors are getting too greedy, that means the market is due for a correction. Now give me your thoughts down below on the comments. How much credence you put in a metric like this? And that's not to say that Bitcoin tomorrow can't bump down another significant percent. I don't know what the Bitcoin price will do tomorrow, and neither do you and nobody can see the future. But metrics like this, for me at least, signal that we are much closer to finding a bottom than we are at the top. And what about this next up? Let me throw a perspective like this at you. This crypto market crashes is probably the best opportunity that can happen in your lifetime. If you're not a 70 plus year older boomer, and I would even say that 70 plus years old is young, if you have a young mindset. But the point is this, all these people that are depressed right now because the market is down, I understand them, but for me, a crypto market crashes is probably the best thing that can happen in my lifetime. The bull market is what makes you money. The bear market is what makes you generously wealthy. And by the way, that not to say 90s of these altcoin projects won't fail. I think most of the altcoin projects will buy Bitcoin, Ethereum, these quality crypto projects that we are seeing the growth in or seeing. The building and the users come in, those are the opportunity of 3.9 of the world owns crypto right now. Imagine when we hit 50, and it's not going to be easy, right? If it were easy, then there would be an opportunity, and we are early if you are willing to have longer time preference. And it's one thing to say, but here's a chart from analysts Willie Wu to prove it. I call this chart. We are still early holding for 4 years. Bitcoin has always outperformed every other asset class. Always. Zooming out, things become clear, and here is the price performance of Bitcoin, the rolling of your growth of Bitcoin versus every other asset class. And you can see that it's not even close. Even though Bitcoin has been diminishing returns, it has outpaced every other asset. If you are willing to hold for at least 4 years, so you will bought in 2020 or 2021, still have 3 2 or 3 more years to hold. I'm sorry, these are the rules. And looking forward, When the blue trace, that's Bitcoin performance, when the blue trace moves into the cluster of the other asset, Bitcoin will mature. So you can see here that Bitcoin is getting close. This tell me because diminishing returns, we probably only have one or two more big cycle left before Bitcoin truly reaches smart adoption and we reach peak maturity. I don't know. What do you think? I truly wouldn't love to hear your takes on all this. One, two more cycles left are we willing to hurdle through the downside? You tell me. Now, next up, I want to share with you some of these crypto products, some of those altcoins that are implementing through the downtime. Next piece of news evolving Terra Luna and BTC are contribution. The Terra Luna Foundation guards loans $1.5 billion in Bitcoin to their stablecoins USD to protect the stablecoins, so drastic times call for drastic measures. The organization council, meaning the Luna Foundation guard their council, voted to tend out $750 million in Bitcoin and from its reserve and another 750 million in Terra Luna USD, their stable coin USD, to keep the later asset pegs to a dollar. So as we shared with you yesterday, USD lost its pigeon to a dollar. It's an algorithmic stablecoin and now the centralized company behind them. The organization made a loan to the unnamed professional market maker to help keep the patch. The loan has been made in light of USD briefly falling before its dollar peg amid extremely volatile in the crypto market. And by the way, this does mean that they will be selling some of their Bitcoin reserve to help keep the patch to USD. Here is an extract tweak from Dokwan. First of the Luna Foundation guard is not trying to exit its Bitcoin position. The goal is to have capital in the hands of professional market maker such that they can buy more of their stablecoins in whoops. They can buy more of stablecoins if the price falls below the pledge, or they can sell the stablecoin and buy more BTC if the price goes above and pegs, thus significantly strengthening the liquidity around the USD peg. So they will buy more Bitcoin if it goes above. They sell their Bitcoin if it goes below. All the strengthen their stablecoin just fly. This is what's happening in the market, and by the way, this is the exact reason that Terra Luna bought so much Bitcoin in the first place for things like this. Next up, some adoption news for XRP in Bitcoin. A major Japanese e-commerce site adopts BTC and XRP payments for used cars. The development marks the first time XRP digital currency will be used on a cross-border Japanese e-commerce site. So here's other details. SBI Motor Japanese, a subsidiary of SBI Africa company, has announced that its customer can now make payments for used cars using Bitcoin and XRP. So if you buy at a country that is saying these are crypto, we will accept. We do love to have you pay through them. According to the announcement by SBI on Monday, as I said, the development marks the first time XRP cryptocurrency will be deployed on the cross-border e-commerce website in Japan. And the BTC and XRP transaction will be settled on the SBI VC Trade Company, cryptocurrency exchange owned by the SBI group. But what this means if you are a holder and just a little bit more on each network. SBI Motor Japan exports about 5,000 used cars annually, mostly to Africa, and according to the announcement, the move stemmed from the growing demand for cryptocurrencies developing countries, particularly in Africa where people still lack access to basic financial services, and all those people who now just have to have a cell phone can access to Bitcoin XRP and can start doing e-commerce if they are buying from Japan. And next place in historic news for the DeFi Bitcoin Compounds Enterprises arm receive ISSP credit rating in a DeFi first. So The IFI B minus grid applies to Compound's Treasury, a platform promising 4% yield for USD denominated. Businesses account so they heavily respect SP and they are heavily respected in the traditional way with compounder B minus. And that's actually not the bad, it's pretty historic for them to violate compound like that. SP Global Ratings, the arbiter of credit, wordlessly step Compound Treasury, a product of Compound Prime LLC with B minus grid, meaning that the USDC powered yield platform ranks as speculative but currently has the capability to meet financial commitments. The outlook is stable, say the SB about Compound Prime. So why is this historic deposit? The poor market compound hurled the rating as a default first. It appears to be the first time an institutional DFHI product, meaning compounds, has been scored by one of the major credit rating agency in a direct quote. From Compound, the signal tremendous progress in the crypto industry maturity as traditional institution being to judge the risks of digital asset powered financial offering. What is really interesting and important about this is it really does show that DeFi can be measured with and incorporated into more traditional financial risk. Methodologies and additional also understood by traditional financial. So I think this is cool. I do think this is win for Compound because it does show that traditional entities are giving some sort of validation to these DeFi protocols. That's bullish. Alright, that's in the video. My name is Anuj, and like always, see you tomorrow. That's all I got. Thank you.